It's not that Gear 5 Luffy is terrible and it ruined the anime, it's more so that it didn't live up to what you thought it was going to be. There's no surprise when it comes to Gear 5, it's like very goofy because it's inspired by cartoons, and he's literally like a cartoon character when he's in this mode. Because he doesn't just like rubberize everything that he touches and the things that are around him, but being around him legitimately creates cartoon constructs like stars above the head when he punches you in the face. He can also just create things out of nothing, like when he gave himself goggles just from like, I don't know, a little piece of his hair that he pulled off. But the point that I'm getting at is like he is really cartoony, but that's the entire point. He's supposed to be cartoony. Back when Gear 5 was a lot fresher, in an interview, somebody did ask Oda about Gear 5, and he let them know that when it comes to this form, he knew that some people weren't going to like it. He wanted to be more playful with battles, but a lot of shonen battles in general just became like really serious and edgy over the years. So much so to the point that he says that a lot of the other stuff, like, light bulbs above the head when you get an idea, or like cartoon spinning wheels for feet whenever you're running really fast, those are just lost in today's climate. And he is not lying. Like, look at the series that you see out nowadays. Even though, yeah, I know Bleach started back then and it's just releasing its final season around now. Shows like Chainsaw Man, or like the hyper realism and stuff, really gritty and dark style like JJK. Even when it comes to a series like My Hero, if you look at the manga, that thing is expertly drawn and it is very gritty and very dark. But in contrast, when you look at One Piece, it doesn't matter if it was like older or more current. There's a lot of fun to be had in the illustrations that Oda draws and the characters that he puts on the page. And drawing this way is what he wanted to put more into his series, and now he has the opportunity to do so. And I do remember some people, like way back when Gear 5 was first introduced, saying that it may have ruined the series for him or whatever, but all those people have been quieting down ever since Egghead started. Because if you've been keeping up with this arc in the manga, it is like contender for best arc in all of One Piece. And Gear 5 is a huge component of that. Once y'all start to see Kuma's backstory and how absolutely dark this thing is. Like, the backstory of Kuma don't even feel like it fits in the same series. But I feel like Oda was able to get this dark when it comes to Kuma's backstory because he knows he has a character like Luffy with all these cartoony physics and aspects about him that can like bring life back into the story. We can get super depressed and make everything dark now because Luffy's here being a force of fun and good. But you know the real reason why I think that some people said that Gear 5 was terrible and it ruined the anime? It's just that either y'all were edgelords or you want to see something super edgy. Because it's no surprise that people loved Gear 4 Snake Man Luffy because of how like serious and dope that it looked, and it did look really cool. And then I saw the fan art that y'all were putting out for Gear 5 before it actually happened. I ain't forget. Y'all over here having Luffy look like he got an Iron Man suit made out of hockey on his body, and he got like a Unibeam X on his chest. Y'all mad that Luffy didn't come out looking like this, so you're saying that, oh, Gear 5 is terrible, it ruined the anime. Where I'm not gonna lie, if Gear 5 looked like this, it would have sucked. It really would have. Like, there's a reason why some of y'all are just, spectators, and y'all not actually out here writing your own stories because your ideas aren't as great as you think they are. This don't even feel like Luffy. I look at this person, I'd be like, oh, who is this? And if you told me this was Luffy, I would have felt like it's a contradiction to the character I've been following for the last 1,000 episodes. So just because Gear 5 is like more brighter and upbeat and not some cringy, dark edgelord type of character doesn't mean that it's bad or that it ruined the anime. It just means that you've been following One Piece for the wrong reason this entire time. So I'm gonna need you to peep game and lock in because this Luffy is here to stay. And quick side note, for the Bonnie pins, the pre-orders are gonna begin on the Friday after tomorrow. So June 7th, lock your calendars. They'll be $25 a piece, which I know is a bit on the more expensive side. Or rather, I don't really know, because I'm not like super huge when it comes to like the pin community. For all I know, something of this quality could be a steal. But just to sweeten the deal on this even further, what I do want to do is make it so that I have a coupon code where the people that were able to get one will also get this code, so that if they get anything from like my shop, you can save like 25% on that. Just to give back more, because I know that y'all been waiting on these pens for a very long time. I've been talking about them since January. And even if you aren't able to get the Bonnie pen, because they will be in limited supply, if you're able to get anything from Pen4holics, you'll still be able to get that same coupon code because he has really amazing pens here. But moral of this story is not that Gear 5 was ever terrible, and especially not that it ruined the anime. It's just that some of y'all had questionable expectations.